Regular exercise promotes physical fitness and reduces stress levels in students. Balancing coursework and a part-time job requires effective time management. University graduates have opportunities for career advancement and personal growth. Meeting project deadlines is essential for academic and professional success. Students often gather in the quad for outdoor events and activities. Collaborative projects help students develop teamwork and problem-solving abilities. The campus cafeteria serves a variety of nutritious and delicious meals. The library's extensive collection includes books, journals, and digital resources. Regular exercise is key to maintaining physical and mental well-being. Business majors learn valuable skills for leadership and entrepreneurship. University clubs offer students opportunities to pursue their diverse interests. Assignments should be submitted before the specified deadline to avoid penalties. Students often gather in the courtyard to socialize and relax together. The library is a quiet place to study, research, and find resources. Maintaining good health is essential for a productive college experience. Effective communication is crucial for success in the business world. The university provides a conducive environment for academic and personal growth. Students must submit assignments online through the university's learning platform. Campus life offers diverse activities for students to explore and enjoy. Frequently observed attributes tend to interpret the problem in comparable manners. Faculty members are consistently accessible and approachable for guidance and counsel. Our goal is to effectively improve students' pronunciation skills through instruction. Comprehending the intricacies of the global market is imperative for students. This research introduces a variety of fascinating new subjects. To comprehend human behavior profoundly, one must scrutinize and analyze their actions. The library's desk has a vast collection of historical books. Numerous studies confirm the Earth's temperatures are steadily increasing. The bookstore carries all required textbooks for your school courses. Few employment opportunities exist within this particular job sector. Zoo animals behave differently than their counterparts in the wild. Online resources now allow viewing of school lectures anytime. Late submissions likely won't receive attention or thorough consideration. Access the lecture slides and notes online after the class ends. To excel, you must practice a specific skill repeatedly and consistently. Thorough testing procedures serve to confirm the accuracy of factual information. Tomorrow's lesson will assess your understanding of complex material. Instructors will grant approval for your extensive paper following thorough discussion. Mathematics instructors are presently encountering certain challenges in their teaching roles. Certain individuals thrive in competitive scenarios, while others favor cooperative endeavors. Professionals have developed methods for quantifying plant growth through numerical measurements. The concept has inherent imperfections and necessitates thorough and deliberate evaluation. This book discusses cultural impacts on our actions significantly. Digital systems have simplified borrowing books, making it more accessible today. The university's website has many additional useful resources available. Scholarships help meet financial needs of students globally and locally. Part of the recipe includes adding boiling water to the mix. Student union members can significantly influence university policy changes. The seminar offers opportunities to exchange and discuss ideas with peers. The meeting seemed minor, occurring in just a small room. To ensure clarity and avoid unnecessary repetition, it's important to be concise. This course provides students with practical experience relevant to the industry. More research is urgently needed in this particular field of study. The former lecturer often returns as a visitor to the campus. The university's theater group plans to perform at the concert hall. The university official is ready to assist with your housing and transportation. Most essential course texts are stocked in the university's library. That period is often hailed as a golden era in English literature. This cart is made for transporting single items at one time. The cafeteria menu includes a selection of dishes, fish and chicken alike. There's a push for universal access to free educational services. Some old system features have been integrated into the new one. By collaborating, we can create statues that are both imposing and magnificent. Always go through the safety rules before handling any class tools. Eating regularly during the week has its health benefits. I anticipated our meeting would be in the smaller conference room. He wasn't the only advocate pushing for legal reforms back then. Art depicting freshwater life didn't appear until the modern era. A consensus on climate change exists among many esteemed scientists. Students of accounting should grasp profit and loss statements well. Accounting students typically understand economics, statistics, and some psychology. I truly believe it's among the best actions I've ever taken. We're trying to come up with new solutions for society's big issues. The way we see different countries is changing because of the internet. Trains help people travel far places much more easily. If the government helps out, we could use solar energy more often. As the world gets more crowded, more trees are being cut down. A good assistant always makes sure to get all the information needed. Cultures around the world are finding ways to talk to each other. The goal we have is to make things less competitive for people. The graph shows that there hasn't been a lot of growth recently. Soon, forms will be handed out to students coming back to school. Make sure to include the pictures from the lecture in your work. Working shifts can make it hard to have a good family life. Our company is planning to recruit many new employees worldwide. Playing music can help you feel less stressed, experts say. Getting involved in art makes us really value the world around us. The president's speech drew a large crowd of interested listeners. Being flexible in your career choices is becoming increasingly crucial. Many schools offer programs to study abroad for a term or two. This shows us that there are a few different problems happening together. You can now watch many school classes online from your home. All living things start from a single cell. That's very basic. Eating the right food is super important for sports people to do well. Our school works with others around the world to swap students. Learning how to manage your career well is very important nowadays. You're not allowed to use your cell phones in the library here. Good journalism stays important and influential for a very long time. If the roots get damaged, the plant's leaves will start to die. City planners work to make our neighborhoods work better and grow. Soon, money experts will give talks to important visitors here. Our school lunch place has lots of different snacks and drinks. The remnants trickled down to the lowest part of the valley. The sources listed for this essay don't really cover what's needed. We must act to prevent an increase in the unemployment rate. We can add up numbers perfectly without making mistakes using calculators. A disease that was once dangerous is now no longer a threat. Journalists with qualifications often have many different job opportunities. The best managers are always open to trying new things. These students learned a lot from teachers who knew a lot. Great actors seem to naturally know how to own the stage. Remember, your homework is due next Tuesday without fail. Tests and exams will be the main part of your grade. Schools really care about stopping students from copying work. Please put the book back where it belongs in the library. A good abstract quickly tells you what the study is about. Doing activities outside class helps students learn more skills. Make sure to read Chapter 1 before our management class. With the weather changing, farmers are changing how they farm. Learning to think critically is a big part of good education. Soon, a well-known conductor will lead the orchestra in concert. The history class includes 3 big writing assignments for grading. Philosophers use logic to deeply understand why people do things. There are 4 main parts to the project you're doing. Going to the museum is a really good learning experience. Special programs let you look into what you're interested in. Working out makes you feel good and keeps your body healthy. Watching people helps us figure out why they do things. You'll learn what you need to do in the class outline. They're fixing up every part of the building right now. The goal is to get new people to invest in the company. The sea level going up shows the climate is changing. There are many ways to manage a business well. Health experts recommend consuming fish for its nutritional benefits. We've managed to get rid of some illnesses completely. The class teaches you about numbers and how to use them well. Trees in cities help deal with too much rainwater. Good design can make a big difference and shouldn't be ignored. Banks are trying to make money from markets that are growing fast. The Assembly decided to give more power to local places. Our classes give you the skills you need for later. This study gives new ideas about what people think of tech. Career advisors give tips on how to do well in job talks. Plants can keep growing for as long as they live. People tried to make really big statues a long time ago. Going to other countries to study is part of our school program. Sugar is something that has carbon, oxygen, and hydrogen in it. Make sure you're not late. Class starts exactly on time. Gold is very special and expensive because it's rare and pure. Social psychology is about how people act and why. This school is really good because it has a long tradition. They watched how things happened in the classroom for their study. You can buy things for school at the shop for students. Banks make money by charging interest when they lend it out. Using charts makes it easier to understand numbers and data. When you do research, it's best to not have too much info. After class, we can all meet in the main school office. There are many different things you can study in cultural classes. Your grades come from working alone and with others on projects. You need a good ruler to measure things right. Private money often pays for job training courses at schools. We let people come and look at the school every year. They found a laptop in the place where they study biology. The library isn't open as long when it's summertime. The book argues that sometimes tech does more bad than good. The staff at the front desk can help you find a house. Our school has lots of different things for students to use. After university, you might need more training for your job. Psychology and philosophy aren't really related most of the time. This place has lots of different kinds of underwater life. Thinking clearly about what you're saying is important at school. Put your bags over there where they're supposed to go, please. Keep practicing a lot if you want to get good at something. Different water creatures have different amounts of water in them. Sugar consists of carbon, hydrogen, and oxygen in small amounts. Graphs are really helpful when you study places and maps. Cells in animals and plants are kind of similar to each other. Sociology policies from the government try to fix social issues. Kids learn their first language easily without any lessons. The coffee machine upstairs isn't working at the moment. We're not taking requests for more stuff right now, sorry. Medical students need to clean their hands before coming in. Printers now automatically print stuff on both paper sides. The student graduation is a ceremony that's known by many. Old tools and artifacts are found at archaeological dig sites. Pick a question that's safe when you make a new password. New economics students have a meeting coming up on Tuesday. Write down where you got your information from very carefully. Answering some questions is needed to change your password. Ask your tutor for extra help if you really need it. The government should help colleges and universities to grow bigger. Students from all over come here to study as international scholars. Visit the gallery on Fridays when it's open to everyone. Long makeup use can sometimes lead to unexpected allergies. Sign up now if you want to go to the conference. The library boasts a large, important collection on economic history. There's going to be a show in the main hall at school. Make sure to look over your work well before you finish. Class representatives will bring forms for you to vote on things. We have good ways to learn how the brain works now. Think of everything you get from the school as helpful tools. Writing things down can help you pay attention better in class. If there's a fire, everyone should leave by the nearest exit. Calculating how things move is part of physics and math. This research is making us question what we thought we knew. Check with your teacher before you turn in your big paper. Everyone here has to follow the rules of this place. You have to turn in your schoolwork at the weekend. The law is there to protect people who put money into businesses. Researchers are using the web to look into different problems now. We're still not sure what really happened in those old stories. Plan your study time well to make sure you review everything. It's best to email your teachers if you have questions about class. True or false tests seem harder to students than essay questions. Parents often simplify their vocabulary when speaking with their kids. The school's garden becomes a beautiful spot to relax during summertime. Reserve your books at the library's help desk for easy pickup. To know when we're open, please look at our online site. People who study journalism usually work in news or public relations. All living things, no matter how different, share some same parts. Doing things and just learning about them in school are different. You can find your class times on the school's webpage. The new professor will teach their first chemistry class tomorrow. Work through these math questions using what you've learned. We want everyone in our department to succeed together. It's hard for farmers to work with the weather being so strange. Sleeping too much might not be as good as you think. Getting enough money for research is very important for universities. Colleges are now putting money into new ways to teach with tech. Teachers should make what they want students to learn very clear. Today's class will show you different ways to show data clearly. This class really helps you to think through problems better. The study guides offer numerous helpful strategies for exam preparation. Crafting items individually differs greatly from mass batch production methods. Art students have a good chance of getting scholarships these days. This website is made to be easy for people to use. The new theory uses the latest research to explain things better. There are more postgrad students here than is usually seen. The cooperator uses ongoing assessments as their way of checking work. Students should look at online resources before their classes start. The student advisor was aware that today's lecture was not happening. Changing weather is starting to affect animals and where they live. Doing exercises regularly is really good for your health. Modern diets often contain excessive sugar, overwhelming our body's capabilities. We need to study more to make sure about this thing. More people work in making things than in farming or fishing. Women around the world like various forms of entertainment a lot. Industry experts will talk about jobs in automated workplaces soon. Ensure restful sleep the night before a test for optimal performance. Students have regular meetings with their own tutors for help. You can find cheaper school books listed on the school's site. Both students and staff can buy parking passes on the internet. Art students display their creations for everyone at school to admire. Art represents the expression of creativity and ideas in tangible forms. You can find what each part of the course involves online. Repeated practice is key to improving skills in any activity. Eating right and exercising are key to staying healthy. Your main paper should talk about one very specific idea. You can talk to many different people for your research project. Submit your group assignments at the office designated for assistance. You should hand in your essay next semester, by the deadline. Undergraduates can explore specific topics deeply within their academic program. You can email any tutor if you have questions about class. Make sure you turn in your work by Monday's deadline. Essay writing gets easier once you've done all the research. Companies sometimes raise prices when workers want more pay. We study how tropical storms work and how to predict them. Today, we use complex ways to learn how the brain works. Undergraduates explore specialized topics within their academic program's offerings. Undergrads need specific sources to properly analyze their programs. Boating on the river during winter is considered excessively dangerous. Tours run year-round, peaking in May during the dry season. Tomorrow's lecture will look closely at educational policies in America. Expect to run into a lot of challenges during this project. What's going on in Parliament now is really interesting to watch. The recommendations weren't supported well by the data we found. Leaders from around the world need to talk and solve problems. Students engaged in research often face the greatest challenge in securing funding. The struggles of animals in the wild are often overlooked. Our first results were surprising and didn't match our theories. Theater courses really encourage students to be more creative. The summary covers all the main points you need to know. Software companies are always coming up with new things. Our sociology department has a global reputation for its outstanding quality. Now, researchers are dealing with problems and finding answers. Today, scientists found out a lot from many different studies. The class schedule gives you lots of time to study alone. This problem has two different explanations that seem the same. Using the same method again led to the same problem. The results of the experiment are shown in this table here. A new study has shown some really new and interesting things. Trains have made it easy for everyone to travel far. It's important to share these properties fairly among everyone. Every semester, students have the opportunity to take math and stats tests. Another book isn't complete but gives more insightful information. The museum shuts down every Thursday morning for the month. The best thing about this cheap phone isn't obvious at first. Important parts of this argument seem to be missing right now. Since the start of the year, the marketing budget has grown. The next talk will go over educational policies in the United States. The next lecture will discuss what is causing global warming. Big companies changed their rules after reports about them came out. Diving into hobbies can lead to a lot of personal happiness. More and more, studies aim to find cures for different illnesses. Debate continues on whether children should participate in educational trips frequently. Many faculty members showed their support for this decision openly. A strong beginning is key to any successful presentation success. People still don't fully realize how important this event was. The testing format has been changed to meet professional standards. The essay's publication will happen once the research is finalized. We are seeing the first hopeful signs of an economic upturn. In the back left, you can find books on economic topics.